after this, though, we get a hard-hitting matchup.
Ryback Cesaro.
Cesaro. This match, I'm not going to go as far as say it was like match of the night for me. I will say it was the surprise of the night, though, because this match was a lot better than I expected it to be. Yeah, really enjoyed this match, dude.
I think the only reason this wasn't match of the night is because Ziggler Harper happened.
Yeah. Really, I even told you when this match got its first commercial break, I was surprised that Ryback didn't put Cesaro, away, within that time. It seemed like every match got a commercial break tonight, though, now that I think about it. But yeah.
Oh, dude, I even remember you at one point during I think it was the Ziggler Harper match, you being like, don't you dare go to commercial, WWE, and they did.
Yeah, I wasn't too pleased about that. But, yeah, some great moments in this match. I mean, I think two times, Cesaro evaded the meat hook clothesline. The second time he got an uppercut in there. Another time.
I'll tell you what though, dude, that Swiss death that he hit looked really, really ugly.
Yeah, it did.
I don't mean ugly like, oh, that must have been so painful for Ryback from a kayfabe standpoint. I mean ugly like botched.
Yeah. Cesaro really got to show his power here in this match, which I thought was very cool. At one point, he nails 4 consecutive German suplexes, with the fourth one having a bridge variation, which I really liked. But, of course, Ryback kicked out. Ryback got some nice power moves in. Hell, there was even one point that I think Cesaro slid out of the shell shocked, and was that when he hit the Swiss Death Action, or what did he hit? Because I felt like, or maybe he just...
Oh, man. No, you know what? It was Ryback was going for a meat hook, and Cesaro caught him with a standing uppercut, and then Ryback went off the ropes, and Cesaro threw him up for a Swiss Death.
Right. But I do remember, he probably just went for a pin or something, because I know he did slide out of the shell shocked at one point. You know what? I think he tried going for the neutralizer after he slid out. That's probably what he did. But then Ryback caught him again, and he hit it. Yeah, these guys went hard in this match. I'm very appreciative of both of their efforts. This is a solid TV bout.
Yeah, it was. It was a really solid match. Not really too much memorable stuff, but it was just a solid psychological match from beginning to end. So I'm not... you know what? The more I think about it, the more I can honestly say, I think that if I had to use one word to describe this entire episode of Raw, it would be painless.
Yeah, I like that word.
Because, like, it was still 3 hours, but it didn't feel like it dragged too much. Well, really until like 2.5 hours in, and then immediately after that, they picked it right back up anyway. And There wasn't really anything awful other than that one bunny thing, but again, not really even worth talking about. And like even the Grumpy Cat stuff wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. They did a really good job of making this show something that you remember the good stuff, and it's really easy to just flat out forget the crap.
Exactly. That was terrifically said. Ryback gets the win. After the match, Cena's watching from backstage because clearly he's more concerned about Ryback's alignment and personal feelings than his own teammates that are getting decimated.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler, who just got destroyed earlier.
Yeah, what about the guy that's been showing you loyalty, you jackass?
Literally the original member of Team Cena.
Yeah, really, like, you're such a dick.
The one that's been getting tortured for the longest and arguably the most. And you're paying more attention to the pretty boy that you want to recruit because he has muscles.
Yeah, if I was...
Who are you, Vince McMahon?
If I was Ziggler, I would totally change my Facebook team status to no longer on Team Cena. That's just some BS right there.
Our Facebook team status is a thing?
They are for this episode. So after that, of course, we see Cena again watching Ryback thinking, will he love me? But Renee Young is there with him, asking, what's going through your mind, John? Your team's getting decimated and you've just been back here. And he says all he can do is hope that his team is there for the contract signing, and then they take out the Authority and Survivor Series. Because, yeah, that should be your concern. I hope my team can show up for me. They better not let me down, dick.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I feel like even though he's the newest member of the team, if Luke Harper was in any kind of like danger or real trouble, I feel like the entire rest of the Authority would show up and back him up.
Yeah, because
like they're better teammates than the baby faces. How does this even work?
They are, and if it's for no other reason than the fact that Triple H, all the stake involves him and, of course, Stephanie, the Authority as a whole.
All the steak and all the pork, Moggle.
Yeah, haha, we love it, Moggle. Sorry, I had to get it out there. But,
you eat meat on Friday nights, Moggle?
Yes, we do. It still counts. It's still a legitimate thing. That's why I said, I got over the baby faces not really having any skin in the game, so to speak, except, their continual abuse if the Authority wins, which may hypothetically be worsened because they supported a sinking ship. But I can't get over how John Cena's pretty much like, well, yeah, I know I really haven't been much of a leader, but all I can do is hope that they show up. What? So that's all I have to say about that. Do you have anything else to say before we go to our next matchup here?
No, I don't. Up next, we had Rusev in a match. Who in the world did he even face? Oh, this was great. Heath freaking Slater. But before the match starts, Lana cut one of the weirdest promos she's ever cut.
Yeah, pretty much says that we're disgusting and uncultured because, all we cared about was Kim Kardashian's topless photo. And, the American women compare nothing to her beautiful, vivacious figure. And she even makes a comment that she's the best. And I just fell in love with Lana all over again, but I don't think I've been stopped.
Yeah.
So she's like, do you want to see a nude photo? I think she said topless photo. She used the term topless. Do you want to see a topless photo? And the crowd goes, yes, because of course you can be all pro-American until potential boobs get involved.
I know.
Then you're just whatever alignment that serves your purposes. Yeah, great crowd.
Yeah.
And she's like, are you sure you can handle it? And then they're like, yes. And then she fakes them out with a shirtless photo of Putin, which is hilarious.
Which is made even more hilarious by the fact that within the last week and a half, comedian Chelsea Handler posted a topless photo of herself on a horse to make fun of Putin and to protest sexism on Instagram, because she said, if Putin's photo can be on Instagram where he doesn't have a shirt on, mine should be able to also, unless you're sexist.
Exactly. But then, and this is where I'm going to hand the ball entirely to Ashton, because I think he laughed so much harder at this than I did. I still enjoyed it, but Ashton, I think you really embraced this, because then the music hits.
It was so good. Oh my god, dude. Heath freaking Slater comes out to, I don't even know what the song was, but he was dressed up like Uncle Sam. It was a really, a well-known old pro-American song. I don't even remember what the exact song was, but he comes out dressed like Uncle Sam and he says that he and everybody else in America want Lana to shut up. And he approaches the ring and he's talking about how this badass redneck is about to, I don't even remember what exactly he said, but he did call for the bell and called Rusev a son of a bitch, and the bitch got censored because WWE apparently only lets their divas call other people bitches. And of course, The Rock also gets special privileges. But the bell rings, and Rusev immediately hits a super kick to the face, and then gets the accolade. And this match, I even said it while it was happening, this match is reminiscent of a Baron Corbin squash. It was just that quick.
But it was so good, though.
That's just because Heath Slater somehow managed to get an entire nation behind his back.
It's just a matter of seconds. And then calling Rusev an SOB, you know the phrase that I love to use at Ashton, because I do think it's a sound piece of philosophy from Jim Ross. Go out there and maximize your minutes. Well, Heath Slater must have been like, frig it. I could get released any day now. I might as well have fun with it.
Heath Slater said ass and bitch in the same promo, and he still lost in 30 seconds.
Yes, that was the best part. I knew this was going to happen. We're going to talk about it, and I was going to lose myself. Oh, man. And as soon as he says the B word and drops the mic and thinks, yeah, I had a Raw moment. Kick to the face. Oh, my God.
Somehow this was even better than when he was getting owned on a weekly basis by legends leading up to Raw 1000.
Jobbers, where dreams aren't even allowed to live. Oh my God. So yeah, that was that match, because if I don't get us out of this segment, I'm never going to stop laughing. So Rusev wins, and he's posing over Slater, and I gotta say, I am really happy that Harper and Rusev are now our mid-card champions. It's great seeing Rusev with that United States title. And great to see him dominating again here. With that said, oh god, that was so funny. We're backstage again with Miz, Sandow, and Grumpy Cat, and of course, I don't even know why I didn't see this coming. Eric Rowan walks in and says, "I want that cat." And then Miz and Miz are kind of looking like, wait, what? And then Rowan walks over and he takes the stuffed cat and he leaves.
So this is week 3 in Eric Rowan's hunt for pussy.
Oh my god, why did you have to do that when I just recovered? What is even going on with Eric Rowan? Like, and see, here's the weird thing. And I must have some residual affection for the Wyatt family unit as a whole. And I'll fully admit, I am a hypocrite for this, because I think if it was anybody else, I would get agitated and angry with these segments. But I just have, like, the weirdest sense of amusement watching Eric Rowan do all this.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that this is one of the most Kane-esque things he's ever done?
Oh, definitely. Definitely, without question. It's like, as soon as the Wyatt family broke up, I am convinced that Kane sought him out, and he's like, "I have found my successor."
Yeah.
And Rowan's just doing these segments, and it's like, what the heck? But I'm enjoying it, though. That's the crazy thing. Like,
I gotta say, dude, I don't know if you felt the same way, but I thought Grumpy Cat was absolutely adorable.
You know what the funny thing was? Like, I wasn't even mad about that. I actually thought Grumpy Cat, I can't believe I'm using these words, was used right. You know, to me it was never excessive. You knew that the cat was going to be promoted because it was the guest host. I would have loved, and I am being serious, it's not just, oh, wow, you know, John loves Tyson Kidd. I thought it would have made a lot of sense to have Tyson Kidd have a segment with Grumpy Cat. But the people they did use, I dug it. It was fine. It was harmless.
And then, just when we were getting our faith restored in the WWE, we found out that next week's guest host is going to be Larry the freaking Cable Guy.
And then I died.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this is all fine, and Eric Rowan apparently has a new bestie. He's starting to assimilate his own family. See, everybody's finding a new family. Bray Wyatt's trying to get Dean Ambrose. Harper integrated himself with the Authority. And Eric Rowan has a stuffed cat and a crush on Renee. So, yeah, that's where we're all at. So, yeah. Anything else you want to say, Ashley, before we go to our next segment?
Man, I don't think so. All I can say is if they're going to use Larry the Family Guy the right way, they cannot have a segment of him, or they cannot go the entire night without a segment of him and Heath Slater.
Yeah. I agree with that. They definitely need to have a segment together. That sounds...
Did I say Larry the Family Guy?
Yes, you did.
Larry the Cable Guy. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, but it's been...
I'm sorry. The last time he was